Have you heard the latest disaster? Come here. Of course, you all think that ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and all those terrorist organizations that suddenly disappeared are dead and we are relieved of them and they're evil. I really wish, but unfortunately, they are recharging to come back again, and perhaps stronger than before because the matter has now become much easier and everything is electronic. Can you imagine that 80% of recruitment operations in terrorist groups take place via the internet? Did you know that ISIS has more than 46,000 accounts on the X platform? You can't imagine it, right? Well, take this. Telegram is the playground for all terrorist organizations, and until the year 2024, they had more than 15,000 channels on it where they posted 130 million extremist materials, posts, videos, books. In the first quarter of 25 alone, they discovered 1,400 new channels posting 16 million pieces of terrorist material. And what is hidden is even greater. Here in Egypt, the Ministry of Interior uncovers 4 terrorist pages every day. And if only they were just confined to Telegram. No, the matter is huge, and they reach kids in ways you wouldn't imagine. But the biggest surprise I've saved for the end. If the previous episodes were intense and difficult, this one is much more intense and difficult because our children are in real danger. It won't just destroy them, it will destroy us all. Welcome to the story and what's in it with Riyam Ayad. Terrorist organizations now no longer find it viable to exist on the ground like before. So, what, do they stop their activity? No way, even destruction would be sad. They moved all their work to the internet. Instead of having camps, they have servers and groups. Instead of weapons, they have a stronger weapon, content. The prince of the organization is now called the admin or the capo, and the delegates who recruit our children or the new terrorists are called active members. For them, this is much better and safer because they won't be exposed or caught. Even if one of the recruits falls or reports them, no one can reach them because they speak from unknown numbers, fake accounts, encrypted groups, and unpopular platforms like TamTam, Session, and Element. Of course, they use VPNs and their servers are in Eastern European countries, Malaysia, and China, so no one can reach them. The internet for them is a safe, fast, and accurate alternative because these organizations target kids from the age of 12 up to 18. They enter the children's world and perform a complete brainwashing process without the kids feeling it, turning them from just kids sitting on the net or playing games into terrorists. Open your minds to me because what's coming is hair-raising. Let's go, pray for the Prophet. Terrorist organizations don't approach kids directly and say, "Come to jihad." No, it's a tactic done in stages. A kid sits normally on the net and finds videos about children being killed in wars, a mosque being bombed, Muslims being burned alive in Burma, simple things that affect us all. But children and teenagers are affected more and feel greater enthusiasm. Those who interact are focused on and moved, without them noticing at all, to the next stage. They show them heavier videos, stories, and tales about terrorists as if they are victims, writing, "By God, it seems we understood him wrong." Their accounts on X post stories about injustice, oppression, and persecution that Muslims face everywhere in the world. We don't deny that this happens, but they present it in a way that makes young people feel injustice, oppression, and helplessness. Their blood boils, they get charged up, and they want to go for jihad immediately. No, that takes you to the next stage. They surround the boy on all platforms, videos in Arabic and English on YouTube about the bravest Muslim children or the little martyr, and on Facebook, posts and reels about children who performed miracles and shook armies. All of these are beautiful things and respectable heroics. No one could imagine that there are ulterior motives behind them. But their goal is to make the kid feel you can be like them, that you are the next hero who cannot sit silent. You will find out later what they do with the kids. But all of this is one thing, and the black disaster I warn you about in every episode is another, games. These organizations see that kids who love playing combat games like PUBG, Fortnite, and others are much easier to recruit because they already love chases, raids, killing, and excitement. They enter through the game chats and say, "Man, what is this greatness? You are a natural-born fighter, son. If you held a real weapon, you'd be amazing because you are a brave boy with strategic thinking. It shouldn't just stay at the level of a game, you must use it for something useful." Gradually, they make him understand that the chosen soldier isn't about games and popcorn. If you think this is an exaggeration, all sources agree that these organizations have directors, technicians, marketing specialists, experts in public influence, and behavioral analysis experts to identify children who can be easily recruited, as well as game developers. Not only that, they use AI to make fake videos to excite the kids more and more. When the kids swallow the bait, they move them to the next stage, all while the kid doesn't feel his leg is being pulled into anything. They poison his thoughts, making him doubt all his religious, social, and moral ideas. The first thing they enter through is the family. Is your father praying? How, while he works in a usury-based bank? Your mother wears a hijab but watches soap operas? She must not be a believer. Your parents fast but don't talk about jihad? They are hypocrites. So the kids feel doubt toward their parents. As the doubt grows, they tell him, "We are your brothers in God. We are the family that will save you on the day of resurrection. Your father won't benefit you, but we will stand with you in paradise." The boy is affected and feels an emotional belonging to them, especially since the most important thing that makes youth and children affected by these groups is emotional void, not love, but feeling alone, that no one contains him or understands him or gets close to him, or that he lives in isolation, on his mobile day and night, with no one asking where he is or what he's doing. Actually, kids at this age have rebellion and are annoyed by everything. Then these people come to contain him and love him, saying God said and the prophet said, and you are not a child, you are a knight without a passport. And if only it stopped at the family. No, they make him doubt his school and teachers, telling him these curricula are secular. They want to raise you as a citizen obedient to the regime. Your teachers have memorized but don't understand. Mathematics was invented by the West, and physics is forbidden because God said be, and it is. This religion teacher is a sultan's sheik. They give him videos about their true history, jihadi jurisprudence, and Sharia science. If you want to know the truth, listen to our sheiks and read our books. Thus, the mission is successfully completed. The boy has isolated himself from his family, hated his school, and doubted his sheiks. They washed his brain, I swear to you. And so we enter the next stage comfortably. They make him understand that people are drowning in the misguidance of TV. It's forbidden, this lamp is forbidden, working in the government is forbidden, you'll go to hell, electricity, and that Islam has gone extinct and only exists in their group. They make him hear fragmented verses, kill the polytheists wherever you find them and prepare for them whatever force you can. Sir, these verses have reasons for revelation, and killing isn't just haphazard like that. Shut up, these are direct orders from God. They bring him fatwas from their sheiks that killing is an obligation, killing infidel civilians is permissible, anyone who doesn't apply Sharia is an apostate, and whoever blows himself up is a martyr, and whoever is not with us is against us. If the boy buys in, he has effectively joined the electronic organization and become a brother in God and a mujahid, ready for the final stage. Focus closely on the coming disasters. Just as kids are recruited gradually, they are turned into terrorists gradually as well. They start with very simple things, being a digital promoter, posting the organization's videos on his account or fake accounts, posting links to their Telegram channels or encrypted sites or secret groups, responding to comments. If he succeeds, he is promoted to a silent spy monitoring everyone around him and reporting, who speaks ill of the group, who mocks their ideas, who among your friends can we recruit, who has problems with his parents or hates society. Just give us his phone number or account, and we will handle it. They turn the boy into an informant. If at any time he thinks of withdrawing, they threaten him, if you are not with us, you are against us. So he is forced to continue because he is afraid. After that, they ask him to bring others and become a full-fledged virtual recruiter, entering game groups, Instagram, TikTok, and talking to children like him, saying, "See what's happening in Gaza? You aren't man enough to face the truth. Children are dying, and why are you laughing? Why are the rulers silent? I found people who contain me and love me. Want me to show you?" You will find these things actually exist in the comments. After he succeeds in all of this, they ask him to do real things, be a transporter or mediator, delivering a SIM card to a recruit or a cell, delivering a flash drive, hard drive, or money. They might very well have him transport chemical materials used in explosions. He's a child, no one will suspect or search him. Some they turn into a propaganda star, filming videos with him to promote the organization, saying we will liberate Palestine and avenge the martyrs. The organization posts the videos on TikTok with captions like, "The Little Lion, the generation of empowerment." Kids watch, are affected, and want to be like him. They aren't liberating Palestine nor getting close to Hitler. But the black disaster is when the kid becomes, for them, a trap. They send him to deliver something encrypted, passing through an ambush or a monitored place, and set him up to be arrested or killed. So instead of security focusing on the real cell, they are distracted by the kid. Can you imagine what could happen to those kids we leave on mobiles day and night just to be rid of their nagging and noise? And there's more. The most famous organizations recruiting kids online are Electronic ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab al-Mujahideen, and the Cubs of Islam group. This is aside from the anonymous groups on Telegram, disguised pages on YouTube and Instagram, and Turkish and Iranian networks inciting conquests, jihad, and empowerment. Above all, these are pages for recruiting Arab youth, especially Egyptians, to join the Russian army. A surprise, right? No, the surprises are still coming. Have you seen anything yet? Russia, after its war with Ukraine, lost a lot of money, investments, and most importantly, its youth who are going into this black war. To compensate for this shortage of soldiers, they had to rely on mercenaries, youth brought from other countries to fight in their place. If they die or are affected, they say, who are these? We don't know them. See and hear how the disasters happen. Russia at first was recruiting Egyptian youth living there. Because in 2022 there were about 15,000 Egyptian students studying in Russia. But when the war broke out, they raised university fees significantly and ended work contracts. After people had residency permits and things were perfect, suddenly they were staying illegally in the country. Russia gave them the choice, prison or recruitment. And if you are recruited, sweetie, we will give you citizenship, a high salary, and you won't even go to the front, it's just service work. Of course, they all agreed, not just to avoid prison, but when they needed more recruits, Putin in 24 opened it wide and said anyone who serves for 6 months will get citizenship for himself and his family, and if injured, we will give him huge compensation. Uncle Putin isn't easy, he's clever. And specialized brokers appeared for this story. A broker takes $4,000 per head. It reached the point where they agreed with brokers in Egypt to supply them with youth. They began going to poor areas, tempting them with travel and working for dollars, without mentioning the army at all. But when the kids go there, they are shocked to find they have signed with the Russian Ministry of Defense. Up to here, the talk sounds very nice and might encourage you personally to go and take me with you, but not before you hear what's next. Russia is now recruiting youth via the internet. You find a post on Facebook, Telegram, or X saying, "Golden opportunity to obtain Russian citizenship. Monthly salary in dollars, professional military training, and a guaranteed future." As soon as you contact them, you find someone speaking to you in fluent Arabic and with ultimate elegance, Russians. They explain with complete transparency how you will be recruited into the Russian army, telling you are a strong person and deserve a chance in a respectable country. Russia respects those who defend it. Russian citizenship will open all of Europe to you. You will get immediate residency and a monthly salary from $4,000 to $8,000, and the contract is for 1 year only. After that, you live as a Russian citizen. All there is to it is light training for a month, and you won't be in the front lines of the army anyway. The most famous person working on this is a Russian woman named Polina Alexandrovna. She has a Telegram channel called Friend of Russia. She posts ads, join the Russian army and get citizenship, a high salary, and a more refined life. Be a full Russian citizen. She tempts youth in every way. This is a great opportunity not to be missed. Money, pretty girls, second citizenship, and residency in the most luxurious houses. What more would you need? Whoever enters this group undergoes a complete brainwashing process. They ask for nothing but his passport, signing the contract they sent him online, and making a video saying he is ready for service. They send him the plane ticket, and Paulina meets him at the airport. The first thing she does is take his passport from him. They put them in houses in remote places in the forest. Where are the luxurious houses? Then to training centers in southern Russia toward Ukraine. Hey guys, what brought us here? I came as a security guard. What security guard for $4,000, clever boy? After training for 6 weeks on assembling and disassembling weapons, he is surprised to find himself in the heart of the war, Kharkiv, Donetsk, or Zaporizhia. Everything said on the net was nothing but a systematic scam to pull the youth's leg. Examples are endless. The most famous is Mohammad El-Senussi, who fell prisoner to the Ukrainians only 4 days after joining the Russian army. And Saber Omar, who was also told he wouldn't go to the front, but as soon as he signed, they said, "Let's go, honey, to the war." He told them no, we didn't agree on this, so they imprisoned him in the army and he was surprised they gave him citizenship. Wow, these are very kind people, uncle. But they gave him citizenship so they would have the legal right to send him to the front. He's Russian now. Do you know why they give them citizenship? Of course, after a few days, he was captured too, and no one knows anything about him until now. The same for Osama, since the day he joined the army, no one knows anything about him. As for Walid, he was killed 40 days after joining the army. Many others died defending Russia because they are, of course, neither trained nor do they know what war is. They are placed on the line of fire to be human shields for the real Russian army. Meanwhile, our children die as if it's normal. A man named Ahmed El-Bahiri sent a voice note to his friend saying, "Don't you dare, Atiya, think of coming here or joining the Russian army. I had 8 with me, 6 of them died, and I myself was injured with a permanent disability. Although they brought me back from the front and I work service jobs, death surrounds me everywhere, and drones hunt ghosts in their mother's womb. All this is aside from the inhumane, demeaning treatment they give to mercenaries, who, by everyone's testimony, are treated like slaves. When they are captured, there are no laws protecting them because this is paid killing that has no price, protected neither by the country that recruited him nor the country he came from. Egyptian citizenship law criminalizes joining the army of any country except by official mandate from the state and a signed decision from the Minister of Defense personally, otherwise, citizenship is revoked. If someone takes another citizenship without the approval of the Minister of Interior, their citizenship is also revoked. This is what actually happened. So don't throw yourself into the fire for a few dollars because if you fall, no one will save you, and you will have lost everything. All I want to say is, don't leave your children in the lap of mobiles and the internet and then wonder why they suddenly changed. This internet is a world open to everything: gambling, pornography, atheism, perversion, blackmail, terrorism, and endless mafias. Every click your son makes could be a thread that pulls him away, and he might not be my son in my lap anymore while I search for him. The internet is not the enemy, but unfortunately, the enemy is sitting inside it. For every story, there is a tale, and I have told you what is in it. I was with you, Heist Hub True Story.